Hello and welcome back to Local Gaming. I'm Zach, and I'm going to be continuing on with my Stars of Akarios campaign. So we are on scenario 9, is it? Yes, scenario 9. I actually know a little bit about this scenario because I watched a little bit of Kanjay play it quite a while ago at this point. But then I was watching Colin and Barrett play it on Barrett's channel, Meet Me at the Table, when he live streamed it. So I know a little bit about this scenario, so it's not like a complete surprise. So let me read the story, and then I'm going to go over some of the new modifier cards that I have to shuffle into the pilot's decks that were based on pilot skills that they got in the last spaced combat. And actually Violet Ray, because she got an extra pilot skill from one of the things that she did on the planet, she has a couple extra cards that are going to go in. But here we are. This is scenario 9, end of the line. The objective says defend the Sparrow. Each of the other pilots looks as dazed as you feel. Everything you've been through today starts to hit you. The training, the attack, Medelia's destruction, and now zombies on Chosek. You breathe slowly and start to calm down a little as you clean up. Aches and pains make themselves known across your body as the adrenaline fades gradually away. Any thought of rest or recuperation is suddenly pushed from your mind as alarm lights begin to pulse and emergency klaxons cry out. Your brain tells you to move while your body yearns to collapse. Sol dashes for the bridge, and the pilots sprint for the hangar. Captain Soma's voice is heard across the ship. All pilots, get back in your fighters immediately and scramble. This is a red alert. Hostile ships within firing range. The Sparrow is immobile while Grease's team gets that jump engine online. We're vulnerable. Engage immediately. This is the day from hell. Defend the Sparrow for 3 rounds while Grease's engineers get the jump engine online. The Sparrow starts with 10 hull. Then after round 3, read the next story part. So I've got us all set up, except I need to assign these things. And I've got the hull in the 20 slot, not the 10 slot. We got the supply from the mission, but the previous mission, but that's not really that important right now. Okay, so we've got 3 elites when there are 3 pilots or more. That one, that one, that one. And they're going to be 1, 2, and 3, so we need to assign randomly some number IDs to them. Okay, so we got 2 right here, 1 up here in the corner, and 3 over here. And 2 normals will be 4 and 5. And then we've got a normal synthetic cruiser down here in the corner. All right, 4 and 5. Let's take a peek at the synthetic cruiser. 8 hull, 6 shield, 3 attack, immune to target lock. So my plan is to all-out attack the synthetic cruiser, try to get it taken out in 2 turns, while these other fighters approach. They'll have to see how close they get to the Sparrow. I may be EMP blasting quite a bit in later rounds, depending upon where things are. Okay, so let's look at new modifier cards. So in our Invictus, which is here, Violet Ray got 2 +1s and a rotate. I'm not too jazzed about the rotate, but the rotate was the bottom one in the column that I wanted to go up. So we will shuffle those in. In our Cheris, Enver got a resupply 1, so we can get one of our special thing supply back. And then, was it only 1+1? Yeah, only 1+1 for Starla in the Markava. So when it's time to shuffle those, I will shuffle those in. I'm not going to do it right away because I'm probably going to do the normal start where I self-sacrifice to get some boosts in there. So we'll have to shuffle again anyway. I think that's it for setup. I think I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to start. Let's roll some dice. 2 moves, a stress, and just for you, Mike James, a shooty. A stress, a wild, a move, and an attack there. Everybody got a stress. These dice like to roll stress, as you probably saw if you watched my Chosek Moon world exploration. My pilots were stressed out. All right, so let us just do the self-sacrifice. Take a whole hit, supply down, dice over there, and we need some boost cards. Boost, boost. And both of these decks, and I will shuffle those when it's time to attack with them. All right, so I had a plan. Yes, so we'll start with the Invictus. We're doing this. So I started that way. Oh, maybe I could do it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Markava's still in range of both of them. So when I do that little maneuver, it's the boop boop to the side. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Our Proton Blast has a range of 4. It takes 2 dice, 1 attack dice and then 1 of anything. It takes a supply. And it's a base of 2. We can't do target lock. It's immune to target lock. Can I get advantage some other way? No. I cannot. So I don't think I'm going to be able to pump it up anymore. So it's a base damage of 2, and now we got to shuffle all this stuff in. Just come in around. And shuffle. So I've got 1 stress die left. Is there anything I'm going to want to do with that? Target lock does nothing for me. Am I maneuvering? Well, I guess I could spike pulse. He's too far away for that. Yeah, too far away for that. All right, we'll cut, and we're just drawing 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. All right, that's a good start. All right, then. Oh, now he's ended up in the spot where the Cheris was going to move to. That's why I had it the other way. So actually, I'm going to retcon that. So it would have gone boom, boom. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's this 3 next to it. I planned this out like a couple of hours ago and then started filming. So I was smart earlier. I was smarter earlier than I just was right now because my Cheris needs to go to there in order to be able to hit it. Yeah, okay, I still think that's fine. No, wait, and you're attacking this way too, so you need to go like that. Well, that's not a great start because this thing has 14 hit points between its shield and hull. So, because what I was thinking, one of my plans originally was just to use long shot 3 times to try to avoid the 6 hull. And with the result that just happened, I might have to do that. I didn't miss though, right? I didn't draw the miss. There was no damage, so it does actually radar jam it. It was just 0 damage, but the after effect, the combat effect should still happen. It's not immune to radar jam. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does not get me within range for propelled shot either. All right, we're just gonna do it. So we're moving ahead 3. 1, 2, 3. Propelled long shot has a range of 4, so I have to use one of those and those 2 to give us a base damage of 3. I'm going to use a stim pack to get advantage, and then we got to shuffle these in. So we have advantage. We've got Pierce. The Merkava has interrupt beam. That's fairly interesting. It goes out only 3 though. All right. Okay, so we have advantage. We'll cut and draw the top 2. We get a +1. So we had a base of 3. That +1 actually takes 4 off of it, ignoring the shield because of Pierce. So I think then we are just going to have the Cheris try to finish off the cruiser next turn with long shot to pierce through its shields. So we will have Starla in the Merkava here, maybe start on this elite right here. So how do we get there? We've got barrel roll. Let's see. We also kind of want to be the target for attacks because we are, well, maybe the Merkava is not in that much of a better situation. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I try to get into a spot where I could EMP blast, which is not going to be possible because I don't have enough dice left to do 2 moves. So if we move and then 1, 2, 3, we'll probably get shot by that guy too then. And we need another die to rotate. If I rotate and move 1, 2, 3, Okay, this is fairly interesting. Yeah, let's do this. So we're going to rotate just one. Then I'm going to use a stress die to move forward 3. So that's a stress. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to use my interrupt beam with this attack, because it starts here and fans out. So this guy's in it, which is also going to slow him, so he's not going to move. And it's a base damage of 3. And we need to shuffle this +1 into here. So I'm hoping that with this positioning, and since number 2 can't move from the slow unless I draw a miss, which I shouldn't say out loud because then it's going to happen, he will not be in the proper spot to hit me, depending upon what kind of attack he draws. Okay, we'll cut, and moment of truth, -1. So it started at a base of 3, -1 is 2, and that's number 2. So 2 shields gone, and he is slow. Not going anywhere. Do these two do anything with their stress dice? I don't think so. I think we are okay where we are. So I'm going to call that our turn. Just get these out of the way. Now I need the synthetic fighter AI deck. Okay. Wow. Synthetic cruiser AI deck. And the fighters are going to go first because they have a order rating of 3 on the back of their card. So let's take a look at their card first. Synthetic Fighters. They're going to move, and then they've got an interesting pattern, which they're going to. This is giving them a bunch of range this turn. So we go with Elite first. This is the target. Don't think your Elite needs to rotate. He's going to move 3, 1, 2, 3, then rotate again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's 4 range. Okay. 2 rotating is not going to be able to give him the ability to attack. There's no way he can line up Starla. So I think he's just good where it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Equal distance. More hull here on the Sparrow. Rotating first. I'm going to say he's not going to be that dumb, and then he'll go like this. 1, 2, 3. No range to attack. Number 4 does not need to rotate. 1, 2, 3. Now rotate. Will shoot. And I'm just going to move number 5. 1, 2, 3. So it's +0. They have a base attack of 3. After effect, after combat effect is to drain another shield, but the shields will probably already all be gone because the Merkaba only has 2 shields to begin with. Okay, so we're at 3. And number 4 is not disadvantaged or anything, so the slow comes off number 2. All right, so we're at a base of 3. Whoopsie. Oh, -2 is 1. That's nice. We've got room up here. But then the after effect will take the other shield away. Or the combat effect. I don't know why I keep saying after effect. Okay, so that's all the synthetic fighters. Now the cruiser. This has some nasty effects on it. Fortunately, we still have a bunch of shields. And he is radar jammed, which is nice. So hull breach, which is the bottom effect on here, probably is not going to come into play. Because you only get hull breach if your hull is damaged. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a tie. They are both the same hull. So I'm just going to pick the Cheris here. It rotates, it moves, and shoots. Still 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, still the same 2 targets. Do I pick the Cheris here? Yeah, I think so. It's fine. No, I don't, because I do not want the radar jam. I will pick the Invictus. I want the... I do not want the disadvantage, because I want to try to knock it out next turn. Because it has radar gem and hull breach. So it's at a +0. Its base attack is 3. It's at a disadvantage, so we draw a 2. And we get a -1. So that's 2 damage. I almost picked the wrong ship. 2 shields go away. Plus we are radar jammed. Okay, that's their turn. End of the round. The Sparrow doesn't move. Back to us. Let's get some shields back. This looks awfully precarious up here. We're going to probably have to EMP blast or run away so we're just not getting shot by 1,000 ships at once. And that's not an exaggeration at all. Lots of pew-pews. And yes, Mike, I'm mixing it up on purpose. 2 stress? Really? Maybe I don't care because... Oh, wait, these aren't even attacks. I'm going to take 1 stress, and I need to re-roll all these dice. There we go. 3 attacks and a stress. I just killed number 2. One stress, a move, and a shoot. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. We're good. Everything's good. All right, so I mean, let's just go for it, right? This is pretty pivotal. So 2 attack dice, using a stim pack to get advantage. Or I could burn and flip at the cost of a stress. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I do not need to use a stim pack. Still going to cost me a stress. That's fine. Oh no, then I'm in the wrong spot to use long shot. Never mind. We're not going to do it. Not gonna do it. One, two, three, four. That has a range of 3. Bummer. And target lock is no good on elites anyways. All right, so we're doing this. Base damage of 3 with advantage. We draw 1 and 2. We need a +1 here to knock him out because we have Pierce. No! He's got 1 stupid hit point left. No radar jam right now either. Oh, that's a major bummer. Because I'm not going to spin. Oh, wait, I forgot to use the supply. I'm not going to spend the time, I don't think, to tick down his shields. We'll just have to long shot him again next turn. All right, we need to get Violet Ray into a different position. If we go like that, and then 1, 2, 3, and rotate. We can do a basic shot. Probably want to save my proton blasts. Or let's see, if I rotate, flank's not really going to help. Maybe I just rotate and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1. I could do basic attack. Can I set up a proton blast? I would need to get to this spot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They would both be in it. If I can get to this spot here, rotate, rotate. No. I don't have enough dice to do that. Not enough dice. I don't have a stress die to rotate after the flank either. Okay, so I think we're just rotating. I have to use an attack die for 1 rotate. So if I use my maneuver thrusters, 1, 2, 3. That'll leave me with another die. Which I don't think I need to use my maneuvering thrusters right now. So we'll just do this. 1, 2, 3. Then this guy's in the basic attack pattern. For 2 damage. Not advantaged or anything. But we have radar jam, so we're at a disadvantage. So we have to draw 2. So we're at a base of 2, and we miss. Let's see. What can we do with Starla? We also still have 2 dice here. I mean, I guess I could rotate. Taking a stress, that doesn't make sense. I think I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Really needed that +1. What are we gonna do up here? We probably need to EMP blast. There's not a spot to hit all 3 of them with my targeting computer, which is fine. I feel like I should probably run down this way, and then maybe this one will be too far away to attack. I can EMP blast both of these two. So now the question is how do I get that done with the dice that I have? If I rotate and then go like that, or I could barrel roll with my stress die. That probably doesn't make that much sense. I also don't want my rear hanging out. So let's do this. We'll rotate with that 1, 2. We'll use this to go like that, and then we have to use these 2 dice for 2 targets on EMP blast, taking a stress. They're both within range 3. It is 1 damage to start with, so let's start with the big guy. It doesn't really matter. 1 damage, -1 is 0, and on number 2 here, 1 damage with a 0 takes a shield off. And I'm just not going to use these. All right, so synthetic fighter, synthetic cruiser. Holy cow. All right, synthetic fighter. Another big move. So I don't think I got away from number 4. But we start with number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's Merkava. Doesn't really need to rotate. Didn't get to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't need to rotate. 1, 2. Oh, and great. Can shoot us with advantage. And +1. This is not good. So it's a base of 4 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sitting at 2 hull. Plus we get another stress because of the hack, which is going to give us a stress miss, which we will shuffle in when we need to. 2 is stunned. I didn't mark it, but it's stunned. So it cannot shoot. Does not need to rotate, but we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. New target would be here. Doesn't need to rotate. Still can't shoot. Number 3. Sparrow, obviously the target. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Who, fortunately, it's this one that I would shoot at. Okay. Then number 4, 1, 2, 3, can't hit us right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. New target actually becomes Invictus here. Yep. With advantage. Oh no, ×2. That would be 8. So we're going to have to lose something. We will lose the flank to ignore it. Then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No method of rotating will hit the Sparrow, but it will hit the Charis. Oh, I forgot to give the stress to the Invictus. And that is from behind, so that's at an advantage, and we have to shuffle this. This has gone downhill quickly. Ew. Okay, with advantage. Oh no, with advantage is 0, so that's 4. Takes all the shields, and we get a stress from the hack, and then we have to shuffle again because the miss came out. That's the fighters. Synthetic Cruiser. 1, 2, 3. Invictus actually is the target, so it's going to rotate towards its target. Cannot shoot it. And the move would be boom, boom. It does not rotate again, so it's going to sit like that. That's the card. Another Hull Breach card. So I'm glad I stunned it. And I didn't mark them that I stunned them, but I knew which 2 that I stunned. Okay, so start of a round, we're going to get shields back. Shield, shield, shield. Not looking too good. That was the end of round 2, so now we're starting round 3. This is what I rolled. I think that's okay, because Proton Blast it would actually be nice to have. Oh, I don't have Radar Jam anymore. It would be nice to have another attack. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to re-roll 2 of these maneuver dice for that stress I just took. Okay, this is a good roll here. Ooh, a lot of wilds. Okay, we need to figure out how to get here. To do our long shot. Or here. Burn and flip is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we rotate and shoot. Should I self-sacrifice? I'm going to beam repair. I did not get a stress die though. Did not get a stress die. I don't like him having his butt hanging out. Or her, sorry, Starla. She kind of needs to come over here. Or somebody does. To become the target. So the sparrow is just not getting cremated. Well, we got to do this. We have to get rid of this thing. So we're going to burn and flip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be facing that way. We rotate 1, and then we long shot. We do not have a stim pack. Actually, before I do that, I was here. 4 and 5 are not immune to radar jam, so we're going to use radar jam. It's range 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We'll radar jam 4 and 5. Okay, this is like all the marbles. No! Oh, it's 3 damage. Base. -2 is 1. Thank goodness. Holy cow, that was... Because it only has 1 health left. With Pierce. Oh man, I almost cried. Okay, so the Charis is done. And like way far away. Let's rotate 1, 2. Target lock, number 4. It's not immune to target lock. Then we can do this for Proton Blast. It's a base 2 damage. I'm going to get +1 when I have advantage. So I will start on number 2, the elite guy. So I'm starting at a base of 3 with advantage. So 1, 2, because I'm behind it, right? With a +1, yeah, base of 3. Yes, times 2 is 6. So that's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 stupid hit point. And we shuffle. So we're probably going to be using a propelled shot. Oh no, the Charis is too far away. Well, I've got this. I get Spike Pulse. Yes, we will Spike Pulse. Number 2 will be dead. What's number 4 sitting at? Still a lot. But we're target locked and radar jammed on number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right, come on, Violet Ray. So now you're shot on number 4. It's target locked. Base of 2. Both -1s. It's only 1 damage. That's kind of a bummer. We've got a stress die left here. This has a range of 3, 2 targets. So we do not get positional advantage on an attack that does not have a blast pattern in it like that. So we just draw 1 card. So we're going to use this. with this stress die, and means we got to shuffle in a miss. I think this is worth risking the miss to get rid of a ship. Okay, so we draw 1 on number 2. +1 is perfect. I already moved it down, yeah. So number 2 only had 1 hole left. 2 is gone. Now this is target locked, so with target lock we do still get the advantage. And let's use another exploit for +1. Another +1, so 2, 3, 4. Number 4, so that's 1, 1, 2, 3. So it's sitting at 3 health. I've got 4 dice still for the Merkava. If I rotate. Ah, man. Nothing. I need 1 more die, man. 1 more die. Not too worried about the health on the Merkava, because I'm going to EMP blast. I'm trying to figure out a way, though, to use only 1 die to move. It's just not going to be possible, so. I do need to move, though. If I rotate, we rotate. Do that maneuver there. 2 of those in there with targeting computer. Gets me 3 targets, all within range 3 for EMP blast. None of them are immune to stun. All right, we gotta shuffle this in here. This is the end of the 3rd round, so after the end of this round, we read the story, I think it said. And we can actually lose our ship ability to stop damage to the Sparrow, right? So I think we'll be fine. Okay, so we will go, let's go in elite order first. So number 1, it's a base damage of 1. -1 is 0, but it's still stunned because we didn't miss, we just didn't do any damage. Then number 4, +1, so that's 2. Ah, the stupid thing's got 1 hit point left. Are you kidding me? Oh, it has target lock. So technically I should draw 2 cards. Oh, thank goodness. That goes away, I think. Because we drew it when we had advantage, so we just toss it. Wow, that worked out. Glad I remembered that. And then number 5, no damage but stunned. So the radar jam actually did nothing. So I'm just going to move it because they're stunned. We have no dice left. We propelled shots a range of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing else that's just a... No, I think we're good where we are. Maybe not. Maybe I don't... Maybe we'll take care of this with propelled shot next time. So let's actually use a maneuvering thruster. 1, 2, 3 to get up there. Okay, now we're done. I don't know why I left that there. Let's draw cards. Synthetic Fighter. Synthetic Cruiser is actually dead, so I'm not too worried about that guy anymore. Synthetic Fighters. Draining Shields. Not a lot of attack range on this one. I wonder if we drew like the nasty cards at the very beginning, which would kind of suck. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Who's got the most hull? Invictus does. So if we turn, would stop there. Turns again. Would shoot, but is stunned. So let's just take it away. Then 3. 1, 2, 3. Rotate, and we'll shoot the sparrow at a +1. So that's 4. Ooh, times 2. No, we're flipping something. Most of this stuff is immune to target lock, so I'm going to flip this target lock for... I'm flipping the target lock on the Cheris to avoid that damage on the sparrow. All right, so number 4, target would be right behind him. 1, 2, but then 1, 2. Then number 5, 4 can't shoot anybody. Oh, but it would rotate again. So who's the new target? Sparrow's the new target with the most hull. But again, can't shoot, so. Invictus can't shoot, would move 1, 2, 3. Then new target right behind. I get to pick, so I'm going to elect to have it go boom, boom. Trying to rotate around to the Merkava, putting its butt out. And all of these effects are gone. All right. So them not being able to shoot, there's no way I took that down because I've EMP blasted twice. So that should be down another one. Okay, next round. Shield, shield. That's fine-ish. I mean, stress is not always bad. Like stress on the beam repair gets us another hull back, right? This is pretty good. A nice mix. So if we're going to EMP blast, that's those two. Do we self-sacrifice? Self-sacrifice beam repair EMP blast is probably the turn for Starla up there. Here, we need to get... where? Long shot's done. Propelled shot only targets one. If I go here, here, 1, 2, 3, I'm within range for that, and I'm within range for a basic attack on 5 with advantage. And I can radar jam it. All right. We're gonna go boom, boom. We will knock this down. It's a base of 2 damage. Going against number 4 here with propelled shot. -1 is 1 damage, which is all we needed to do. We do not get the advantage because it has no blast area. 4 is done. Now we're going to do a basic attack on number 5 with those 2 dice. That's a base of 2 damage. We have advantage. +2 is 4 on number 5. So that's 2 shields gone, 2 hull gone. All right, Invictus. Here with Violet Ray. What can you do? Oh, we forgot. I forgot. I shouldn't say we. I forgot to do the end of the round 3 reading. Story part 2. For every fighter you eliminate, there seem to be 2 more taking its place. They're everywhere, and your defense is starting to buckle under the continuous onslaught. Soul's voice crackles over the comm, full of urgency. Pilots, you've got to buy us a little more time. Grease and her team have nearly got the jump engines back online. At this rate, you're not sure if you can hold up for a little more time. You reform up with your flight wing and bank hard across the enemy sights. Perhaps you can drag their fire further from the Sparrow. They seem to be taking the bait and chasing you, but then you see it warp in, the vast ship that destroyed Medelia. Some of the crew have started referring to it as the Titan. That may describe its immense size, but nothing can convey its terror like the ball of fear tightening in your stomach. Waves of fighters begin to spill from hangar bays dotted across the Titan's surface. A little more time just got a lot harder. Spawn the synthetic Titan on A. And because I had watched Colin and Barrett play this, I knew that the Titan was coming out. I like the color shifting paint on the top. Green through to like purple. That's pretty cool. Synthetic Titan only targets the Sparrow. Synthetic Titan's attacks still affect all other ships. Continued on the next page. Objective. Keep the Sparrow alive until the end of round 10. Read the conclusion for success or failure. All right, let's get that out of the way. I don't know why I keep forgetting to move that. So I know we're not going to need any cruisers anymore. So let's do this. I guess I could get the Titan's card out. Ronin, synthetic Titan. There's only one. Thank goodness. So we're looking at 45 hull and 45 shield, 6 attack, and immune to everything. So 45 is not even an option with... yeah, we're not doing that much damage, so maybe I'm not even going to worry about marking it. All right, so what do we got left here? Invictus still needs to go. We do not want to get close to this thing, though, or we are toast. So What do we have? 5 is still around and kicking. This is the only thing that's subject to, or that can still be target locked and stuff. I should target, oh, I already had advantage, so that wouldn't have mattered. Can I get behind this guy? If it moves like one, does it move 1 or 2? I don't know. If it moves 2, I think it has an AoE of like 3-ish. So even this spot is not like awesome. Ooh, can I get here? My flank is gone. I do have maneuvering thrusters. Let's see if I'm maneuvering thrusters to here and then do the turn and rotate. They're both in a proton blast. Not at advantage though. But you can't win them all, I guess, right? I'm going to EMP blast all 3 of them. This turn, am I? I could interrupt beam that guy. All right, let's just stop farting around and do something. Maneuvering thrusters will be done with that. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it puts us here, not here. That might not be that great. I do not want to get shot by that thing. What's the play? There's got to be a good way to do this, right? My flank would have been perfect. Would have gone here. Flank would have been perfect, but it's gone. This guy does not get hit if I do proton blast. Wait, if I rotate, 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 rotate. If I rotate once and then boom, boom. I just don't want to be too close to that thing is the big problem here. And if I'm facing down this direction, I don't have another rotate to shoot back that way. I mean, I guess I can always... I mean, it's a lot of damage, but... I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. One, two, three, and then forward, forward, facing this way. Rotate, rotate. I'm just going to risk it. So I'm still going to do that. Maneuvering thrusters. 1, 2, 3. Then we go boom, boom with that. And then we need to rotate 1, 2, 4. That's not in the pattern. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. Rotate, rotate. Now they're both in the pattern. And I'm just going to get cremated by the Titan. So I'll have to flip something. But it's advantaged against both of them. So we're fine. Everything's fine. Stress. It's a base of 2. I'll use proximity exploit on, sure, the first guy, number 1, because I will have advantage. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, and then 2 with this proton blast. So we're at a base of 3. Yes, a base of 3 with advantage is still 3 on number 1. So down to 1 hull. Then we're at a base of 2 with advantage on number 3. So that's 3. So down to 1. They would get radar jam, but they're immune to radar jam. And that's everything. Okay, so maybe I don't self-sacrifice now. It's a little late in the game for self-sacrifice. So what can we do to maximize our attacking then? We have to use those 2 dice, so I cannot interrupt beam because I have 2 maneuver dice on there. Anybody else taking any hull damage? No. So I think, yeah, I should have re-rolled. And it's probably too late for that. But all right, so targeting computer, 2 EMP blasts. Start with number 1. That's 1 damage and stunned. We're just going with the elites, so number 3. -1 is no damage, but stunned. And number 5 back here is 2 damage and stunned. So he's down to 2 hull. They can't shoot. They'll still move around and whatnot. Let's beam repair for 2 hull. Nobody else is damaged, so that's fine. Everything's fine. What the hell? We'll self-sacrifice because we're not going to get shot this time. And we can beam repair again next time. All right. That's done. We've got no more EMP blasts, so we may need to actually do a rest. But let's get 2 times 2s. We're going to do 1 for ourselves, and we have to use the Cheris because Violet Ray and the Invictus is out of range for our self-sacrifice. Okay, so that's us, right? We're done. We need to shuffle the Titan deck. We're almost positively losing a upgrade on the Invictus this turn. there's the Titans card. And the Fighters card. So the Titan goes way last. Yeah, it's a base attack of 6 on the Titan. That's just gross. So the Fighters are going to do a lot of moving and no shooting because they're all stunned. So it's just figuring out targets and if they're going to rotate and whatnot. Probably doesn't need to rotate. Merkava's the closest. But then it's going to go 1, and then it would go boop. Okay. Then number 3. Still the closest. Boom. Boom, boom, actually. 2 Nebula. Oh, it's stunned. Perfect, because it only had 1 shield. That's awesome. It is going to rotate back towards the Sparrow, though. Then 5 would rotate towards Starla there. And then it's going to go boom, 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 and rotate towards her. Okay, that's the Fighters. Yes, and number 3 got stunned. That's good. Okay, here we go, big boy. And it figures that the attack only has a range of 1 because I went right into the spot where it's going to be able to still shoot me. Oh, it would pull at range 3 anyway. So it does not need to rotate. This is the target. Sparrow is the target always for this ship. And then shooting. So this is interesting. So shooting, first it's going to pull. And then it's going to shoot. It's at a base of 6. It's range 1. Infinite number of targets within range 1. There's only the 1. It's here, right? So 6 damage. Let's just take it. 4 shield and 2 hull. It's shot. It can't move. But we do not want to sit there forever. That's for sure. All right, so that's the end of round 4. We go to round 5. Everybody gets a shield. We're done on shields there. Those deck needs to be shuffled when it's time to draw something. A lot of shooting, not a lot of moving. And our maneuver thrusters are done. We would take another miss if we re-roll. And we need to get the heck out of there. Actually, if we rested, we would get 2 supply back. We could get a maneuvering thrusters back. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Just run. No shooting. Well, we've got room to... I don't think I took the supply off of that. Man, I keep forgetting that. I'm not going to re-roll anything. I don't want to take another miss. Who is almost dead? 5 is almost dead. Do I take the miss? That's just a lot of moving. I gotta take the miss. That's too much moving. I'll keep the wild. Just and re-roll the rest. All right, what do you got for me up here, Starla? So a stress for beam repair would be good. Hmm. One, two, three, rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yes. We're gonna do that. So 1, 2, 3, move. 1, 2, 3. This for rotating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then these two for our last propelled shot. It's a base of 2 damage. We're in an advantage spot. We need to shuffle this on number 1. I'm trying to see if this attack will take out, because it targets 2 within the blast pattern. I'm trying to see if this attack will take out number 5 before we have to worry about anything coming from Archeris down here. Because we've got a propelled shot that doesn't take any dice to attack with. That misses upside down. Okay, come on, Violet Ray. You can do this. Should we? Yes, we can target lock number 5. That guy's still stunned, that's right. Target lock number 5, because it's not immune. So that's done. All that stuff is done. Okay, we'll start with the elite though. We are advantaged in that position. 1, 2. +1. Okay, so that's 3. No. 2 + 1 is 3 on number 1. So it's down to 3. Okay. It's nice. We have target lock on number 5. So we keep drawing because this is a redraw, and then we see which pile is better. So they're the same, but it's 3 damage, which is enough to take it out because it only has 2 hull left. All right, that's not a reshuffle. Not a reshuffle. Reshuffle is not the right word. It's not a shuffle. All right, I don't know why I keep leaving that out there. You're kind of screwed, buddy. But we can flip over your proton blast to avoid more damage. That's fine. Everything's fine still. Murkov, can you do 3 damage, buddy? You can. Your interrupt beam has a base of 3. Well, what do you know? Come on, Starla. We used our last EMP blast. I am like so bad at remembering to use supply. We don't have advantage though. Can we get advantage? I need to use a die there, I need to use a die there, so I've only got 2 dice left. I can, but it might get me within a place where I have issues with the Titan, but I don't care actually. So let's rotate 1. Then if we do that, nope. This is how we do it. So first we have to do this to go boom, boom, and then we rotate, boom, boom, like that. We're in the advantage position where we can still use interrupt beam like that. With the wild die, we're at an advantage. It has a base damage of 3. We draw 2. +1 is 4, and it only has 3 hull left. Gonzo. That guy's stunned, so I'm not concerned. We're going to use a stress die on repair beam. That takes us up to 4 stress. But it gets us 3 hull back on 2 targets. Those 2. And uses the supply. Oh man, that's just like barely out of my reach. Well, barely within my reach, I should say, because obviously I was able to reach it. Now what do we do here? We don't have any special attacks left. If I 1, 2, 3. No. If I rotate. I mean, I guess I could rest just to get some supply back on something. Can I get within range 3? We've got a bunch of burn and flip. And we have a stress die. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could rotate. Sure. We'll use a stress, move stress up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip. Rotate. 1, 2. Basic attack into the nebula. We're for 2 damage. Two damage coming in on number 3, who has no shields left because he got overzealous and flew into a nebula. We're going to be flipping something, no doubt. Oh, we can do 2 attacks. We can do this basic attack, plus we can do our propelled shot. We're good. We're still good. Nothing else is supposed to be spawning, right? Okay, so our basic attack, we don't have advantage or anything, is 2. Yeah, so number 3, 1, 2. And then we're going to use, we're just going to throw cubes around. Propelled shot, that down to 1, I think. Whatever. It's base of 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, that's us. Draw for the fighter that's left and the Titan. Okay, so the fighter goes first. Big attack pattern, but it's stunned. Goes like that. Can't shoot, so we did the move already. Now it wants to rotate towards the Titan. I mean the Sparrow, sorry. Because the Sparrow has the most hull. And still can't shoot. Thank you for flying into the nebula. You saved our butt. I think that's wrong, actually. It flew into the nebula. Oh, man. It was stunned. So it couldn't shoot. Now I'm questioning if it would have just skipped its attack last turn. So it would have moved there still, because this attack pattern would not hit it there. So it would move there, it would still go like that. It would be able to shoot here. I think it still can shoot. Even though the Titan, I'm sorry, I keep saying the Titan. The Sparrow, yeah, and it's infinite number of targets. It can hit the Sparrow and the Merkava. I'm just gonna say that, okay. And it's +0. Because I'm trying to play it where stun takes away its next attack. And I think it still had an attack that it could have done after it flew through the nebula, or flew into the nebula. Yeah. So, and then this attack pattern on here is the 3 hexes in front of it and then 2 hexes behind it. So the Sparrow is in there, but these 2 guys are not. It's +0 though, but we've got a base of 3. So against the Sparrow, we've got 3, +1 is 4. And then against Starla, we're at 3, +1 is 4. So that's 2 and 2. No after effect, or no combat effects or anything. Okay, Synthetic Titan. Make sure we're doing this right. Doesn't need to rotate. Sparrow's right in front of it. So it's going to go through its shooting stuff. Range of 3, 1, 2, 3. Everybody's too far away to be pulled in. Nobody's within range 1, so it did not shoot. So it's going to move 1. Then it does not need to rotate. Then it's going to go through its shooting. So bummer. We get pulled 2. 1, 2, 3. Too far away. And it's going to do its attack again. This time it's a -1 with radar jam. So with -1, it's base of 6. It's starting at 5. That's 5 damage. We've got 5 hit points, so yeah, we need to lose something. We will lose the Proton Blast. And we get radar jammed. Didn't need to rotate. Yep, it's fine. Okay, so it has moved forward. That's the end of round 5. Shield, 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 and dice. That's a good roll. A move, 2 wild, and a shooty shooty. Stress. Whatever. That's okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Who's still alive? Number 3 has 3 health. Put himself in a bad spot, but he did get some shots off, I guess. All right, so let's just do this first. Cheris to base of 2 damage. Be a +1. Be a +1. Oh, it is a +1. Boom. That's all 3 health. Okay, so we need to kind of run. There's no way we're going to be able to defeat this thing. Definitely with the Invictus, right? So let's repair to get rid of 2 stress and get 2 supply back. We'll get that supply back and a proximity exploit. Sure. Then we're going to maneuvering thrusters to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I got to take the miss out of here because we went below 3. And I doubt we're going to be doing any more shooting. So we will just put that like that to remember we have to shuffle. I just don't want any of my pilots to die is what I'm trying to avoid now. So, Cheris, you're going to just go behind the Sparrow for now, I guess, and rotate 1, 2. And I don't think we need to do anything else really. Now you need to get out of town. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, our turn's done. Synthetic Titan. Shoot and then move. The shooting is range 3. That one's within range 3. Oopsie. Then 1, 2. But then there's no other shoot line, so it's just done. These are nasty effects. Hull breach and pierce. So if it does any damage at all to one of your ships, you're going to get hull breached because your shields are not absorbing it. That's nasty. Yeah, that's pretty gross. End of the rounds. Okay, so we survived 6 rounds, which is what we ultimately all we really need to do is survive 6. I just don't want my ships getting blown up. I mean, I guess you could flip something, right, to avoid taking that hull damage. A lot of moving, that's fine, probably for the best. Not a lot of moving up there, but we're probably far enough away. Yeah. We don't have enough ship abilities left to absorb damage on the Sparrow to last 4 more rounds, like to go past round 10. So we're just going to keep running. 1, 2. And we'll rotate 1. And let's actually kind of get 1, 2, 3 closer to our friends. Closer to some friends. 1, 2, 3. Let's rotate 1, 2. And I guess I could repair. It's immune to stun, right? It's got to be immune to stun. Yeah. So EMP blast is not like super great. I should use the stress die because stress doesn't count down there. 1, 2, we take a miss out. I mean, this is all academic at this point, but it's probably still good to just get some practice in. Did it? Oh, it already came out. That's right. It got pulled when I had advantage earlier. I still got to shuffle that though. We get 2 hull, which is our max, and 2 thingies. Let's play smartly. All right, I'm just going to call our turn done. I mean, this is all, like I said, pretty just academic at this point. Range 3, stun, 4 shields go away. Holy cow, you do not want to be next to this thing. And I think most of its stuff so far has been range 3. Does not need to rotate. It can shoot where it is, actually. It's -2. So 6 base -2 is 4. We're just going to take it. Then it would move 1. Okay, that's the end of the round. And I'm not even going to roll or anything. I'll get my shields back. I'm not going to do anything. We'll just go to the Titan's turn. I wonder if I can last 10 rounds. I had to last 3 more. So it would have to miss 1. This is a huge pattern. Holy cow. It's 3 forward still. Okay, yes, it can shoot. 1, 2, 3. So yes, it can shoot. It's +1. So that would be a bunch of damage. Let's just get rid of maneuvering thrusters to block that. Let's just see how this goes. Then it wants to move 1. And nothing else. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's turn 8. We would need the mist to come out once, so I'm just going to skip my turn again. +0, 3 targets within range 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nobody's within range 3. Doesn't need to rotate. Can it shoot? Yes. So it's shooting. Oh, -2 is still 4 damage, so we'll take targeting computer away. It's still alive, it can't move. And then its last turn is also range 3. It shoots and then it moves. Is it a miss? No, it's not a miss. So, oh, we were on round 10. On round 10, the Sparrow runs out of hull. Go to the conclusion. Your veins burn with anger, and the enemy fighters are destroyed one by one. There are shouts of encouragement over the comm from your fellow pilots as you push back hard. However, they just keep relentlessly coming. It's simply too much to handle. In every direction you look, the enemy picks off your fellow pilots, their signals vanishing from your readout with a cold flicker. Pilots, shouts Sol over the comms. Fall back now. Greece has the jump engines powered up. Let's get out of here. You put all the power into your engines and make a beeline for the docking bay. Fighters explode around you, destroyed before they can retreat. Finally, what is left of your flight group screams into the docking bay, scraping their wings against the floor of the hangar as you all slide to a halt. Shots and explosions pummel the Sparrow, which is already on the move again. The view through the hangar's force field shifts as the Sparrow banks away from the enemy. For a brief moment, Chosek comes into view before it's replaced by a stream of light as the Sparrow reaches the jump point. The next thing you're aware of is friendly arms carrying you from your cockpit and helping you back to your quarters. So we get a trauma. There's no way to avoid the trauma on this scenario. They actually talked about this scenario on the FAQ stream. the rules stream too. That yes, you're just going to get this trauma. Go to scenario number 10. This is probably a typo. It shouldn't say go to scenario number 10. Right there. Because then here, if you kept the sparrow alive until the end of round 6 or greater, which we did, we gain a pilot skill and then go to scenario 10. Yeah, this is a little bit confusing because this isn't a failure or success conclusion. If I read this straight through, I would say gain a trauma and then go to scenario 10 and then just skip this. But we're going to get a trauma and a pilot skill. And we go to scenario 10. I think... Yeah, so this is just more story. Yeah, so let's just finish up this story. Where are we at? 141. The pilot's debriefing was scheduled only a few hours after your escape from the Titan. Most of the pilots took the opportunity to find their rooms, clean up, and sleep if they could. Looking around the briefing room, most of the faces you see are still tired and bleary-eyed. The door slides open, and in walks Captain Soma, with Sol in tow. Perkins, the communications officer, drags a small container behind him. Rather than addressing the group from the podium, Soma heads to your group, grabs a chair, and sits down. You exchange nervous looks with your fellow pilots. Still, before anyone can work out what is going on, Soma reaches into the container, pulls out some cold drinks, and starts passing them around. Pilots, you may survive more days like that, but they won't get any worse than that. There's an awkward silence. You look down at the drink in your hand and then back up at Soma, who's already taking her first sip from the bottle. A brief cough comes from Sol, standing to her side, and Soma quickly adds, "Oh yes, you've all graduated, by the way. As far as I'm concerned, if you're still here, you've earned it." A little smile creeps in at the corners of her mouth, and Sol chuckles at your reaction. "Congratulations, pilots." "Ma'am," one of the other pilots puts forward a question. "How can the Rathans still be around? I thought you had just about wiped them out." A shadow passes over Soma's face. "I don't know how, but let's save the problem for tomorrow." She forces a smile. It takes a few moments for the ice to fully break. Once the congratulations and celebrations between the pilots start, they quickly gather steam. Within a few minutes, there are hugs, tears, and laughter all around. Captain Soma raises her hand to get your attention. "Enjoy yourselves, pilots. These moments can be few and far between. We're on our way to the Urs to regroup and rebuild the Alliance." She looks down uncertainly. "We'll tackle who came after us tomorrow, but for now, let's savor the small victories." With that, she hands out another round of drinks, and you all clink the bottles together in celebration. Okay, so now reward. If you have civilian rescue, we didn't do civilian rescue. No, we did Ashes of Medalia. Oh, we get a co-pilot, Rojane Pale. Co-pilot. Wow, there's a lot of co-pilots. Holy cow. And thank goodness they're in alphabetical order. Rojane Pale. Okay. This is nice. So first we get to rotate, and then we get a little 2 in front of us attack. It's only a damage 1. But it's another way to rotate, because we only get 1 rotate right now. All right, so we have a co-pilot available, and this can go in any slot on any of our pilots. So that's nice. Go to scenario 11. It's interesting in this game they call them scenarios instead of like storybook entries, but that's fine. It's just terminology. The starship's vast bridge is shrouded in darkness, with only a dim glow from the many consoles and displays. There are just 3 figures in the otherwise empty space. 2 of them stand almost motionless, while the third figure sits in a high-backed chair, slightly hunched forward. The furthest forward of the group is below a wide bank of monitors. It stands with its hand folded back on a hinge. The exposed forearm reveals a variety of snaking cables emerging directly into the dashboard. The android turns away from the readouts, addressing the two individuals at the rear of the bridge in a synthesized voice. Scanners indicate Medallion's ship has achieved jump. Tracking lost. The second figure stands slightly in front of the chair, regarding the monitors closely. Her features are much more human, but when she moves, she does so with the stiff and erect posture of an android. She turns her attention to the seated individual. Her voice is closer to human, but contains a slight modulation that betrays her synthetic nature. We've taken everything from them, Doctor. Is it necessary to pursue this one ship to the ends of the universe? Although the seated man appears bent and tired, his eyes glint with a grim determination. His wiry knuckles whiten as he grips the arm of the chair in frustration, and his expression turns to one of simmering anger. He is very human. His response is terse and quiet. Don't ask questions you know the answer to. That is the Sparrow, and Soma is on that ship. We will pursue it until there is nothing left to run down. Learn to play. It takes some time to flip through the remainder of the rule book, blah, 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 blah. This time you can switch your starting ship to another available starting ship, return all upgrades and abilities, and equip the equivalent amount on your new ship. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like my ships, though. Congratulations, you've completed the Stars of Akarios prologue. Reward another pilot skill and 15 credits. So we're going to get 2 pilot skills, 15 credits, and we got the co-pilot. Okay, so prologue done. A little bit of a longer one. A lot of enemy ships that time. Since it was a longer one, not going to prolong it any longer. I'll just say I hope you enjoyed this playthrough and everything I'm doing with Stars of Akarios so far. Everything else I put up on the channel. And I will see you in the next one for the start of Act 1, I think it is.